It is being alleged now by Danny Boy Hustle Hard. What's up, Cheech? Guy that was driving AB after AB said, I'm not playing for this team anymore in the middle of a game, took his shoulder pads off, threw him, chucked the deuce, did this to the crowd. Yep. Make some noise out there. Fuck, you're watching this happen right now. You're going to talk about this forever. He leaves. He goes out the back of the stadium, actually hops into a black SUV. Let's assume it's an Escalade. And it's Danny Boy Hustle Hard. That is where we learned our first piece of information about Antonio Brown after exiting the New York Jets game through Danny Boy Hustle Hard. So then we followed Danny Boy Hustle Hard.
Yeah, have to.
Because I didn't know that there was just professional drivers out there that were able. He said he'd get you from Teterboro to the city, which is normally hour to hour and a half, depending upon traffic, 20 minutes or something like that. Yeah. And at that point, we had been making a lot of trips to that exact airport, driving to the city, and it is a miserable thing. So anybody that says they can do that in 20-some minutes or whatever, guaranteed, it's like, I would like to learn about this guy. I would like to learn about this guy. Then you start seeing his clientele. You're like, oh, this guy's tight with fucking everybody. He's tight with Saquon. He's tight with Odell Beckham Jr., which leads us to Danny Boy Hustle Hard, who said, what's up, Cheech? I'm Shefty, okay? You want to know anything? Probably going to be learning from old Danny Boy Hustle Hard. Congrats to Danny Boy for hustling hard and becoming the insider right now, apparently, for the Odell Beckham Jr. situation. And last night on The Shop on Amazon Prime, Odell Beckham Jr. said he thought that he and Saquon had unfinished business together. They didn't do basically what they were supposed to do. And that was a great clip, great conversation. I didn't get a chance to catch any of The Shop last night. I do apologize. We'll watch it back because I assume there were some other tidbits in there that we could learn from and move on from. But it sounds like there's a chance OBJ is going back to New York, Cheech. And what are your thoughts on that, AJ? And do you think Danny Boy Hustle Hard is a potential part of the recruiting process for the Giants? The Giants said, all right, listen, we're not doing the whole fucking, we're working, okay? We're trying to win. We can't do the whole, but we will send Danny Boy Hustle Hard. Okay, we'll pay for him. Expensive, I assume.
Yeah, for sure.
Expensive, I assume Danny Boy is. And Danny Boy Hustle Hard has him in the car, getting to places quicker than he's ever been, and recruiting him back to the city. Oh, look at this. Taking him, showing him around places. Taking him over by fucking the financial district, which is like 45 minutes away from like the other side of man. Cheech, we got this. Is that what Danny Boy's doing right now? Is he going to be a Giant because of Danny fucking Boy Hustle Hard? AJ Hawk?
I mean, it's possible. I like how you're really whipping that wheel around multiple times, like simulating how Danny Boy would be driving. I like that. It was good. That Danny is professional, right? I heard he was trained by Mario Andretti early on in his life.
Well, listen, Mario Andretti obviously knows the streets of Indianapolis inside and out because this is where he won the Indy 500 and the Andretti name was created. So please do not compare Mario Andretti to anybody else. With that being said, does have some Andretti instincts on the road from the videos that I've been watching on the internet. Danny Boy, to drive around New York, he must have like one of those fucking
the ball things.
The ball on top of the wheel.
Oh yeah, he might.
Like a tractor.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Like
this is Danny.
The amount of what's up, Cheech? Look how clean he keeps that fucking place in your hands. I got your hands too.
Lysol.
Okay, don't you worry about it. But he has the drive. You got to get into a tunnel, first of all. So getting into the tunnel, there's like 4 lanes, and then it goes down to 2 lanes, which could go down to 1 lane, depending upon what they want to have open. And then this is obviously New York, New Jersey. So the amount of motherfucking people that are trying to bottleneck into this fucking tunnel that goes under the whatever river into the city, if he's able to get from Teterboro, get through that bottleneck, he's got to be fucking...
Oh, yeah. In and out, in and out.
You might need some sort of... I assume you're car sick when you're driving with Danny Boy Hustle Hard.
Oh, yeah.
But you're over it because by the time you would have got there, you're already in your second meeting in the city. That's why Danny Boy's Danny Boy. And Danny Boy might have brought OBJ back home to the New York Giants. Yeah. Both literally and figuratively.
That's right.
You got to think that, maybe Odell's a little worried, though, because... the New York Jets superfan Gary V might send the hateful hippopotamus his way every single day.
I think Danny Boy Hustle Hard's got something for fucking the hangry hippopotamus.
Is that right?
When would they sign him?
He won't be ready for 3-4 weeks, right? But that Vaughn also alluded to, and Vaughn, I hate to put Vaughn in this position, but I mean, this is what he said yesterday. He said the structure, he said it'd be nice for him to get back into the structure because I think like the being able to be in a building, you get like access to physical therapy literally all day, and there's times and there's this and there's that and there's that. It's like full-time job for people to rehab you, as opposed to being a free agent where you got to go to a bit. Now, I'm sure he's Odell Beckham Jr. He gets preferential treatment probably everywhere, but it's not like these people are literally put on the earth and hired right now to fucking make you healthy. So Vaughn alluded to the structure yesterday, so I'd assume he wants to get signed here soon. Probably not able to play for like a month, maybe three weeks or so.
Yeah,
he even said, didn't he say like the regular season doesn't really, he was not too worried about that for whatever reason, so they'd sign him now, and hopefully he'd be ready for the playoffs, I guess. Yeah, I mean, that's interesting for him to go to the Giants. If that does happen, they better – it doesn't matter how they play over these next couple weeks.
I'm not saying I couldn't step in and play regular season, but I don't see the point. What are we talking about? Regular season, fucking snore, pal.
Maybe one. I want maybe one. Maybe play in the last game a little bit, get your legs under you a little before the playoffs.
So regular season is now OBJ's preseason. And I just want to let OBJ know that that's one of the coolest things I've ever really witnessed in my life. Good for you. You've earned it, pal. Tone, what were you going to say?
Have we heard, like from these teams, is he looking for a 1-year deal, a 3-year deal? Is it?
I assume it's just
great question.
It's got to be.
I assume it's just a
But what does he want? I guess that's a big deal. What if they're saying, "Hey, we'll give you $2 million for this run"? He's like, "No, I want 15." Like, is it that far off?
And what will it be reported as? Will it be reported as what the year is, or the pro rata? Pro rata.
I think both apply.
No idea.
I say pro rat.
Pro
Right now, you
rata?
confuse me.
Spelled
say pro
data.
rata.
It's spelled RATA.
Right.
Some people say data.
Pro bono?
Those people are wrong.
Mr. Free.